Yeah, man. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Roosevelt Show. I'm your host, Roosevelt. We got Hunted P up in here. We got Big LA up in here. This evening, man, we're gonna be discussing, you know, a few a few topics tonight, man. Tonight episode, destruction of the internet. We're gonna see, what I'm saying, if we can touch some bases on this thing here tonight. And in the meantime, in between time, y'all know how we got to do it. I got to run this intro. We'll be back in a minute, man. Yeah, man. Welcome back to the motherfucking show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully everybody had a good week. Uh, Jumping straight into it, man. Episode 68, man. Destruction of the internet. I was doing a lot of looking around on social media and YouTube and all these places, and I seen some things that's a little disturbing. And we see this frequently every day. Uh, but now it's becoming like a nuisance. You know what I mean? Um, Bad information is spreaded quicker than the good information, and I want to discuss that tonight with the fellas, man, here on the show. Before we get into that, y'all know we go around the goddamn uh the panel and we chop it up with each other, man. Big LA, man. How was your week this week, my brother?
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was good, man. It was good. Positive things is happening. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's beautiful. I can't complain.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Uh, 100p, man. How was your week this week, my brother?
It was a good week, productive. You know, good week. Every week that is productive is a good week. So it was a good week. We here, we survived. Thank
No
God.
doubt. No doubt. No motherfucking doubt. Uh, Shit, I had a productive week too, man. Gathered some information from the job. You know what I mean? Regarding my future, which looks, really, really good. Happy of the accomplishments of me, and what I accomplished um with that. But diving into it, man, destruction of the internet, man. Why do y'all think, bad information is glorified a little bit quicker than some good information? Let's start there.
It's not about the
Messy
information.
messiness always sells.
Mm,
Exactly.
Messiness, sex, stupidity. For almost a year on YouTube and other social platforms, you saw people being you seen people recording DPs from communities.
mm.
And what does that do?
Nothing.
Nothing, really.
Why
I
y'all
mean,
say that?
it definitely messes up, I mean, even on that, if we starting with, gang or neighborhood, politics, you know, that's an issue. Yes, I agree. But it's deeper than that. You know what I mean? Like we can go down all the way to like the women on here twerking and showing their private parts. You know what I mean? But complain that they can't find a man. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like you already out here showing the world what's going on. What type of man would respect that? You know what I mean? What type of man would want to be with that?
Well, it's confusion. A lot of it is confusion. You see some of the videos that go around on social media where they ask a certain group of people, they ask 10 women, do you think men like women with BBLs or natural? All women said BBLs. Then they asked just 10 random guys, black and white, and all of them said natural. So it's
Mm.
like, like it's the confusion because me personally, I don't know if you guys do, but I don't personally know anybody that's dating or married to some woman that's got a BBL.
Every person I know, every person I done came across, they were rather the real natural thing. Like you can that BBL shit is cool, but that's just a look for the time being, you feel me? When you get 60, 70 years old, that motherfucker saggy, everything else saggy, you know what I'm saying? You got a butterfly tattoo on your ass because you got a BBL back in the day. Now that motherfucker look like a deformed cocoon. I,
A motherfucking
just so
crow.
and listen. Look up, hey, look like a fucked up pine cone, but
Real shit.
that's what they like, that's why everybody has something to say about Ice Spice or Sexy Red. I'm sorry, Jam don't shake like that. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm.
Now you
Real,
know what?
real.
Hey, do Sexy Red got any work done? I mean, from my understanding, I don't. I ain't never
I
heard of
think
her having no
Honey
work
P,
done.
Honey P, Honey P. She got pregnant by a hood nigga. She ain't got no work done.
yeah,
So
that's all
She
natural.
got she look. She got pregnant by a hood nigga that's ready for her to get her income tax back, so he could try to go make something.
man,
That's
and
all.
hey, you know what's so crazy though, man? It like
My
like
bad,
like
Rose. My bad.
No, you
like
It
good.
had to be said.
that shit is crazy when you look at it like that. Look how the industry turned people. Some of these dudes who came from hoods, if they was in the hood and they seen a chick like Sexy Red, they all be trying to smash. But in the industry, they look down on her.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. Behind closed doors. I'm going ahead and put it out there. Behind closed doors, did he hit that? All the tops hit that. I guarantee they did.
I could believe it.
Where she messed up, she went to one of them after hours parties that her cousin was throwing. You know what I'm saying? Got to drinking, didn't know which end was going. Then she, well, I got a baby on the way.
Yeah, nigga that don't want to be left behind. Say, yeah, man, shit. I'm gonna make sure you're gonna break me off at least $600 a month.
Because you ain't gonna have a baby, I'm gonna have a baby.
Yep. So I mean, hey, she already has a child. I haven't. I mean, I haven't heard anything publicly about her being an unfit mother.
Nah, I mean, you know, I look at it like this. I'm not a Sexy Red fan. I'm not a very big fan of her music, but a lot of people like to beg to differ, right? They say her music is like ratchet, causing all the young you know, followers that's growing up listening to her music, it's turning their minds corrupt, because they believe in what she's saying, just like some of these other rappers, uh the drill rappers, speaking on this and that. But at one point, we got to remember, I know y'all heard of Uncle Luke and the Two Live Crew,
Godfather.
nigga. Like they they was, what I'm saying, the pioneers of the ratchet music. You know what I'm saying?
It was
The
hood
thing,
rap music back then.
yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't really ratchet, it just had a certain twang to it, but
yeah. The only difference is that the people that listened to Two Live Crew and Luke back in the day, nigga, like they in their 40s, 50s now. You know what I'm saying? Some may even be in their 60s.
I was gonna say some early '60s.
So they wouldn't understand, you know what I mean? The kind of music that's being made, but it's like the same thing, though, bro.
But I mean,
Really.
you can't really say that. I know some of y'all have all came across some music on any social site from like the 30s and 40s. This old black lady singing about what she finna do. She needed a man with a great big old, you know what, you know what I'm saying? And this was back in the day, like in the 30s, 40s, where you know you had to put that damn record on.
Yeah. I mean, Dolomite had records, you know, say your pussy
Hey
time.
man, Dolomite was something like a pimp, man. Don't even,
You
you
know
know what I'm saying? That was some ism. That was a whole different speed. You know, half of these youngsters don't even understand that.
I know what Dolomite speed was. You know, shit. My daddy from Arkansas, and you know, Dolomite come from Arkansas. Yeah, them niggas do anything down there to get out.
Man,
Oh, it get real. It
that's
get
crazy.
real relative.
I mean, real
That's
shit. I mean, you know, down there, like I've seen, I've seen down there a lot. Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? And like, just that's why I tell people out here, they be talking that shit like, oh, I'm gonna move down south. Yeah, you say that. You know, like you so used to having everything convenient to you here. You know what I'm saying? When you
hmm
go down there, it's a different story. So a lot of people down there who grew up down there, you know, they don't want to be there their whole life. They like seeing other stuff. That's why people move to the big cities to where they at. Like a lot of people in them Midwest cities may move to Chicago, you know.
right. No, that totally makes sense. You know.
But you know, I just say that to say like, look at Dolomite. You know, Pete wasn't no real pimp. You know, that was
Allegedly.
allegedly he wasn't a real pimp. You know, uh, you know, we know most of that from the story was a gimmick till he got on. Now when he got on, hey, things changed. Maybe you could hit the game. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, you know, he was a bad motherfucker though. For
Yeah.
sure. For sure. You know, had a lot of game too. You know what I mean? And kept it
All them
real.
guys.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Kept it real. You know what I mean? I think that generation back then, again, you know, we talking about, you know, the destruction of the internet. Like, imagine if they had the internet access back then. Shit would be totally different. There would have been a lot more careers built back then compared to today. It would have been a lot more acceptable on the way we outlook and look at things today compared to how we looking at it now back then. You know what I'm saying? It'd have been totally different, I think, you know,
Oh, indeed.
you know. But hearsay do say, you know, shit. Uh I believe the internet has fucked up a lot of shit too. You know what I mean? Uh LA was speaking on it, you know, as far as, you know, the gang culture, you know, it is a lot of things going on, you know, in that community, which, you know, don't necessarily have to be broadcast, you know, and, you know, I look at it too, like, are you leaving what message are you sending to the youth? What message are you displaying
Man,
to
look,
the ones that's coming up? You know what I mean? Like, are you force feeding them, you know, to
it's
go down
fucked
this?
up.
Go ahead.
Bro, I seen a reel of niggas with they dead op in the back seat, bro.
Yeah, just
Like,
unnecessary.
like, like, see, there's a lot of you youngsters, right? Big homie this, big homie that, big homie this, big homie that. It's a lot of you same young cats, right? That's putting this shit on the internet for likes and clicks and views and popularity. I watched a mother's dead son lay in the back of another mother's son's car.
Mm,
And these mothers, 9 times out of 10, work, probably on the system, taking
mhm.
care of your stinking ass, and you make a video and put it online talking about we got our money, we got our man. But y'all the same ones that want to cry out and say we need some help.
Or wear Black Lives Matter shirts.
Mm,
And the help been put there. See, this what y'all scared to touch on. This what we not scared to touch on. It's a difference. My kids will never, my nieces and nephews will never understand or know what this street life is about. I promise you. On top of the bullshit I see, it's watered down. Y'all do it for clicks, views, and likes. In my generation, Rose generation, Honey P generation, it was done to protect your community in a real type of way.
Man.
And y'all do the shit now to be able to say, oh, hey, fam, hey, that little female, she liked me. She in that video. You know what I'm saying? She put it. Yeah. All right, cool. Go like the same video of your dad, our mama making t-shirts then. Since it's all for clicks and views.
Yeah, that's the reality of some shit.
A lot of
Y'all
Right?
people.
y'all need to wake up.
Some
Back
people
in
won't
our
never wake
day,
up.
and I think I can safely say this for the three brothers that's on this screen. Half the shit y'all do, somebody would have slapped you in your mouth off. Because it
Yeah.
don't make sense. It don't. I promise you, if half of y'all would have been around back then, y'all would have put a whole new definition to the word DP. I promise you. I promise you.
Man, some of them cats right now would be getting their ass beat
Daily.
daily. Soon as you like, hey, bro, was this you online? Come here, be here at 4.
Look, hey, nigga, we seen this last night, but we waited till this morning to say something.
That nigga said, be here at 4.
Hey,
If you
real
ain't
shit.
here, nigga,
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
and it's a different world all around too. Like I say, people don't talk about that in the game culture now. It's a different world now,
it is.
sexually now. You got more openly homosexual gang members nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, P. Hold on, P. I ain't even finna let you go that way and put it on there. Nope, I can't. I'm sorry. I was about to. I really was, but I can't. I can't. I can't, bro. I can't. And when I say what I say, you'll understand why I say I can't just put it on that. Niggas nowadays don't know what it is to, hey, nigga, you know I know where your mama stay, right? You know we go to the same school, right? I see Roosevelt shaking his head. Hey, yeah, big bro know
What
what I'm
the
talking about.
fuck is that?
Nigga, what? Oh, you know your little cousin go to my school, right? Well, you might want to come meet me at the meetup spot so I ain't gotta do that to your cousin at school. Cause you know, hey, it is what it is. They don't know what that is. They don't know what it's like you getting out of school and you see 10, 15 grown ass men you ain't never seen at the school before.
Mm.
Ready. You don't know what it's like to have to walk home and walk through a certain neighborhood, and even the older heads is getting at you talking about get up out of here. What you doing over here? Down to getting chased home. I'm talking about to the point the niggas stop chasing you once you get to the gate of your house or apartment complex. And even then, depending on what apartment complex you stayed in, they still came in. They still came in. Because some of y'all went to schools for the educational reasons. Some of y'all went to these other schools because y'all ain't had no other choice. Because y'all was fucking up everywhere else. So you didn't get to go to the community school.
We say security guard had to let some of them out the gate 5 minutes early to catch the bus.
Hey, look, hey. Hey, I'm gonna let you
What the fuck was that?
now so y'all can make it home. Or at least make it away from this school.
Don't you stay over there by me? Yeah,
Because
you
once
go here. Good, come on out
man,
here. Get out of here.
oh yeah, hey, go on to the house, bro. We live on the same block. I know what neighborhood you live in,
Let me ask
or
y'all. Go
or
ahead. Go ahead.
when when it was legitimately walking down the street and the nigga see the hat you got on and he ask you where you from.
That's
And
why
if you
so
ain't
many.
talking fast, and if you ain't talking fast enough, your mama might be
Man, real shit.
Real shit.
Real shit.
It again, the destruction of the internet, you know, uh it's something that it's messing, I hate to see where society is gonna be, 20 years from now. God granted, I'll be 61 years old at that point. Hopefully have some grandkids, and this will be their generation of internet and shit that they gotta go through. I wonder what that shit would be like at that point.
Who
But
knows, man? It could be better.
it could be. It could be. If we work on the path of fixing it now, yeah, it will. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I got some topics, man. Uh a father, recently gives his son 40 acres of land for his
Smart man.
13th birthday. Smart man. Yeah. Um, I think, this is black excellence. You know what I mean? I love this kind of shit. To see this kind of shit. He didn't go buy his son a car, which would have been cool. Nothing wrong with that. He gave him some land, 40 acres at that. And from the looks of it, it seemed like it may be, in the southern community, rural area, possibly. Um, do you think this is something that, I'm pretty sure you would say yeah, P, but do you think this is something that should be done a lot more often than what the internet may expose?
Uh, yeah, I feel it should be. Honestly, and nowadays the cars that a lot of people want. When you mention cars, if you're going to give somebody a car, there's a 50-50 chance something bad can happen in a,
Mm-hmm.
in that car. So
Mm-hmm.
you give somebody 40 acres of land, which is your child, which in sense he's gonna be able to leave you. Say if they start doing bad, and he need to sell something, he could sell 5 acres of that and get back on his feet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's enough property to where he's guaranteed to pass some on.
Yeah.
So that's what people should start thinking about with their money, stuff like that, or not just saying land, any kind of anything that'll be considered an asset. You don't want to pass on liabilities.
Right.
A lot of people pass on gun collections to their kids. Over the years, from back in the day till now, a grandparent that passed a gun collection on to a kid nowadays with shit that's going on now and the drugs that's going on, they be done did something bad with that shit.
Real shit. Now that's real. That's real. You know, I love to see this kind of shit. You know, again, this is black excellence, man. Shout out to this brother that passed, his son some land. You know what I mean? Like you say, in the future, you never know. He can give his kids possibly an acre of land, and then they got a house or something or whatever. It's beneficial to stay in the family.
You
That's
can build, not to cut you off, you can build your own city. Like I mean, people think you got to have a LA to be have your own city. If you got 40 acres of land, you could put your own private school, a little fast food spot, little a car wash, a mini market. You know what I'm saying? You can
yep,
build your own little area. Hell, you could put a little apartment complex there for you if you want to, somewhere on your property. A little 8-10 unit complex. Hell, you
yep,
can dictate who you rent to. It's on your property.
yep. Real shit. Real shit. I like to see that kind of shit. You know what I mean? These type of situations and things are not, broadcasted or spoken to us daily. You know, and I know why. I think we all know why. It's one of them things. If you show the possibility of something being attainable, people start gravitating to it. But I think society doesn't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it changes the narrative when you show positivity. You know what I'm saying? People don't like that shit. So
Well, what's kind of crazy? Like I was telling my wife this earlier. We speaking on technology. Also, we so distracted by all the advancement in technology nowadays. So when people say pay attention to the universe, people tend to look at somebody stupid. Like, oh man, pay what this motherfucker crazy. Oh, they must be on some tree hugger shit. Or you know what I'm saying? They call people like that crazy. But in reality, if you really do pay attention to the universe, you know, how many times have shit that happened and you didn't realize how it happened, but something just told you not to do this or do this?
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of
That's
times.
that's paying attention to the universe. But
You think
you know,
so? Or I think it's just plain common sense sometimes.
yeah. Well, common sense is what is there a book where you can read to gain common sense? No, that's something that's in you.
It's in your
Okay.
essence. It's in
Okay.
your essence. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
But
we
not
all know
everybody
this.
got that in their essence.
Hell no. How many people we know? I mean, I don't mean no harm. You know, it's just a movie. But look at Nutty Professor. Hell, Sherman Klump was a genius, but he didn't have too much common sense.
Real shit.
Boy,
Real
hell
shit.
no.
Real shit.
They did him.
But I did want to go to a buffet like they did, though. Them motherfuckers ate everything but the salad.
What the fuck? Real shit.
Real shit. Hey, that fried chicken at that buffet looked good as a motherfucker, man. All that shit they was piling on that plate. Then when he came back and slammed that fork and that last slice of avocado, I was like, oh man. I said, look at these motherfuckers. I said they ate everything, but I mean the salad was fresh. I'm talking about what nothing touched on it.
Hey, I ran across this week. I want y'all honest opinion. I laughed at it, but then I said, damn, this motherfucker got a point. So a prisoner who was convicted and had to serve a life sentence. You know, the prisoner technically died inside of the prison and was brought back to life. But he argued that at that point, that his life sentence should have been rendered served.
Ooh.
Technically,
Which
he's right.
Say
tech,
what like a motherfucker. He is right. I died in here, honey. Y'all chose to bring me back to life, so let me go.
Why would y'all
that's
revive me?
that's a
That's a cold defense.
it's a good
That's a
question, right?
that's a
I
cold
laughed,
deep. That's a cold defense, relative. It is.
I laughed at it. I said, "Damn!" But you know what? That motherfucker got a point, nigga. He got a motherfucking point. Uh, Hunter P had brought this up to me as well. Uh, the Easter job, 30 million in cash stolen in one of the biggest LA heists ever from basically like a guard truck's
A money
warehouse.
two money
Yeah,
trucks.
yeah. It was at a money warehouse, safe warehouse or some shit. But the news was saying earlier they may have um found some suspects of that robbery because they say that's unusual. So
You know how much knowledge you would have to, how much studying and planning that you would have to do to, like, that's some movie type shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was some movie type shit. I can only they said they entered from the roof. You know what I mean? And wasn't able, didn't trigger no alarms or nothing. Like
I
that
didn't
that
hear if
had to
anybody
cause
was injured.
a clean getaway from what they say.
So nobody was injured. They got in there. Nobody was harmed. Only thing they did was committed strong arm robbery.
Mm-hmm.
And
Boy,
they're probably gonna get them for kidnapping too. Because if it was people in there and they held them at gunpoint, that's holding them against their will.
Yeah, they said this occurred in the wee hours of Easter Sunday.
it wasn't nobody there. It wasn't nobody there, man.
If it was a janitorial crew or somebody like that.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. But this is crazy. You know what I mean? This shows you where society is getting nowadays, how thirsty shit is. You know what I'm saying? Uh $30 million is a lot of money, but I'm pretty sure it was a lot of motherfuckers involved to make that happen.
Hey, I'm gonna fuck your head up with this. Now, ain't it coincidental that this happened on Easter, which was March 31st, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The day before, April 1st in California, all the fast food workers go up to $20 an hour. You have this major event happen. It's kind of crazy that that happens around the same time.
Ironic, ain't it?
Not saying they're connected, but just saying like, man, that's crazy. You see on the
What they
news
really
these some of
hide?
these some of these food spots is they don't even have cashiers now. Everything is self order. You know, they say, okay, we got it. We got to pay $20. We're gonna cut a cashier out. So that means they cut some jobs. Some food spots are even talking about going out of business, which is crazy. Like y'all make billions of dollars, and you telling me you can't pay somebody $20 an hour?
Yeah, that's you know, and it's well deserved. I think, the workers, they definitely deserve that. I seen the other day, minimum wage in some of these states is like still, you know, in certain areas like under fucking $10. That's crazy
The
to
cost
me.
of living, the cost of living is so cheap. Like,
Yeah,
I was
I'm
speaking
about
to
to say that.
Arkansas earlier.
Look at their cost of living.
Like damn, nigga, I couldn't imagine. I mean, but like you say, the cost of living, but still though, like this is one of the richest countries on earth. We can afford to pay workers that's going to generate more money, that's going to generate more taxes, that's going to provide more to society and its needs, and the capita and in general. Shouldn't there be like a fucking like a national, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is what everybody should be making, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not saying pay a motherfucker, 25 an hour to start. No, but let a
they
motherfucker to
they
work
should.
his I mean, yeah.
They
In
should.
certain
And you know what, man? You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Rose. That shit, that's crazy because you see, look at us, man. We're not considered old timers on the job. We at that mid range. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Uh, why is it? That's the confusion in jobs nowadays, especially with unions. The older crowd with the younger employees. The older people don't want the younger people to make a good living because they feel like they didn't put in the dues they had to go through. But it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in California, when you got
Yeah,
a fucking 1 bedroom studio in the worst area possible, probably gonna run you $1,400 a month.
it's crazy.
And you know what I'm saying? So I feel everybody in California should be getting paid at least 20 or more than that. If you can Google it right now, some of the major jobs in California, whether it's transportation or grocery, whatever, a lot of them don't even start at $18 an hour for certain position like custodial crews in these stores. They be at like 16, $17.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I remember at one point, and I mean this was like yesterday, bro. Like 2015, 2014, maybe even 2013, somewhere in there. You know, I was renting a house in Compton for 1,500. It's a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, big ass backyard in a cul-de-sac. I looked up that house like a couple of days ago. That motherfucking rent is 3,200.
Shit.
I'm
For a
not gonna.
what?
I'm not
For
gonna.
a what?
3 bedroom, 2 bathroom house.
Ain't no way.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say what neighborhood it was in, but it was in Compton in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods.
For
You know what I
32
mean?
in there?
Well, see,
32.
them areas ain't dangerous like that no more. If you look at some of them houses over there and on the like Imperial Courts, they all fixed up and shit like that. So some of them areas is got a renovation, and you got some of our white brothers and sisters living over there now.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Facts. Major facts.
Yeah, real
Walking
shit.
their dog, walking their dogs, having family functions and some more shit.
Real shit. Because while we sit here and talk shit about our own community, sometimes not talking about us, but just saying black people may say, "Oh, this area nasty as fuck." Oh, this area looks stupid as fuck. And Hispanics too, they say the same shit. Oh, this area look nasty as fuck. And they eventually, I'm gonna move out somewhere. They brag about, oh, I got a house in fucking Temecula or Riverside, and then
Yep.
somebody moves
Yeah.
in your house, fixes it up, makes it look like a fortress. The neighbor man, these areas are only going to get better. So, so people keep that mentality thinking they living in a shithole when they living in a gold mine.
Yeah, that's
But
real.
that's what they don't understand. And then these people able to come in and hit them with a low number, not like dirt low, but low enough to where it don't affect their pocket to get them up out of there. You feel me?
Mm.
Yours worth four,
So
they gonna offer you five, but they're gonna end up making 1.3.
Mm.
on my soul, on my spirits, on my motherfucking spirit.
That's real. Um, want to ask y'all a question about this, man. Bronny James declared himself eligible for the 2024 NBA draft.
Oh Lord, why
Uh,
he do that?
I just want to say congratulations to him. He's going to be successful in the NBA, and I'm almost
You know,
guaranteed whatever team he's going to go to. And I say this because he's not going to be a high draft pick. So
no,
the team that's going to select him, which 9 times out of 10 might be somebody like a Golden State Warrior, Sacramento King, somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because a good team gonna have a low pick where he gonna be available. So he gonna
my
be able to learn from somebody.
my prediction: the Spurs have one of the worst records right now in the NBA.
They're gonna have the
Th-
highest pick though.
This
that's
is,
that's what it is.
you know,
He's not gonna be a high draft pick.
he's not. Would you say top 10? Maybe
No,
Yeah, yes,
top
no.
top
yes,
25,
Are you saying first round?
first round, top
yeah.
25.
Come on,
You
bro.
know
That's
what?
LeBron. That's LeBron's son. He gonna get picked in the first 10 people. Just off his name, he gonna be in the first 10.
I mean, but that wouldn't be fair though. You see what I'm saying?
No.
You can't ride. You know, he can't ride his daddy coattail to the league, bro.
Well,
You know what I'm
hey, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Now, y'all saying because of his dad, he'll make it, which I agree. LeBron James, he's a big name. He's done a lot in the NBA and for communities. But like, take it back to a goat, Mr. Michael Jordan. His son played UCF, if I ain't mistaken. He was actually pretty decent, averaging 12.5 points a game. You know what I'm
saying?
saying? I think Mr. Bronny James averaged 4 points something a game and declaring the NBA, and y'all talking about is he gonna be a first round draft pick?
I
What?
hey, I get what
Piece,
you saying.
make
It
it make
makes
sense,
sense.
man. Make it
What
make
he's
sense.
saying, what he's saying actually do make sense though.
Yeah,
It
it does.
it legitimately makes sense. Like nigga, your handles ain't even all that to be talking about you like that, little boy. Go sit down somewhere. Go play next year. Go play one more year. Then try to come holler at us. Go, you know what I'm saying? Go play one more year, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's still gonna get picked up. You know where?
He is.
You know who knows? Is he gonna make an impact immediately? Probably not.
With the
You know what I'm
record he
saying?
got, with the numbers he got right now, fuck no.
You know, but congratulations to the brother. You know what I mean?
Wish him all the best.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out, Bronny James, man. I
I,
know. I
hey,
mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, it's my bad. Realistically, I mean, he's going to enter the draft. Now, if the Mr. LeBron James name have a major pull, which we all know it does, like that in the NBA and other places, he'll get picked. But if they don't go that route, like, look, we're not gonna just pick him just because of who his father is. Can he help our team? You do have people on the team who's gonna bring that up. So if they don't go that route, I can see him not getting drafted, getting invited to a team's G League, really developing and getting called up.
That very much will probably be exactly what happens, P. I totally agree with that theory. A G League player get called up after he develops, uh, kind of like they did, Lonzo Ball and his brother. You know what I mean? Like them niggas was G Leagues. They was playing, Max Christie that played for the Lakers now. He developed into a good player. You know what I mean?
Who?
Um,
Who'd you say?
Max Christie.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
that
that mixed boy back during the three peat, around the three peat. It was a young boy in the G League doing his thing, and they brought him in.
Who for who? The Lakers?
Yeah, I can't remember
Who?
his name
Jordan
though.
Farmar?
There you go, there you go. Hey, Farmar was my little guy. I fucked with him tough.
yeah.
I
LA
fucked with him tough.
LA native too. You know what I mean? He's a LA native.
What, UCLA, wasn't it?
Yeah, UCLA.
Yeah.
Him, Trevor Ariza, Westchester High School. You know what I mean?
Is it safe to say that's when college sports was really college sports?
I'm talking about real LA sports. Shout out Baron Davis. That was a bad boy at UCLA, man. Shout out to Baron Davis, man. That was hey man, oh man. I never forget when Golden State knocked out Dallas Mavericks, and Dallas was like the number one seed, and Golden State was the eighth seed.
Mm-hmm.
People
Mm-hmm.
forget about that, and they forget who was the man on Golden State. Steph Curry was there. He was young, but who was the man on Golden State?
Baron
Not
Davis.
no, but after Baron Davis, who was the man?
Shit. You had a few. I
Monte
mean,
Ellis.
Monte Ellis was there. Who else? Chris Webber played for him at one point.
Oh, that was you. You going where? You going shit? You going back
Yeah, he
with Chris?
went back. He went
Yeah,
back,
shit,
back.
man.
Damn.
You went
Hey,
back like the George
Bro,
Jefferson
bro,
here.
bro, bro, what nobody talking about, man.
you say you say like you say like big LA hairline. What'd you say?
No, I said George Jefferson. I didn't say nothing about no big LA hairline.
Oh, I thought he was tripping.
You disrespectful.
Shots fired.
Corned beef hash, breadhead having ass nigga.
Oh man, I thought he said like big LA hairline. I didn't hear him say George Jefferson. My bad. My bad. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Yeah, man. Shit, man.
Damn shame.
Got something left to talk about, man. Um, this some real shit right here. Things that don't make you a failure. This some motivation to anybody that may be watching out there. Ending the relationship doesn't make you a failure. Admitting that you need help doesn't make you a failure. Not being married by 30 or 40 or even 50, that shit don't make you a failure. Taking a break from a stressful life, you know, feeling like you behind, not owning your own house, having a different timeline than others, taking longer to reach your goals, not having your dream job, not wanting the same thing as everybody else, that does not make you a failure. Henceforth, the reason why I named the show Destruction of the Internet. Some of the things that are portrayed out here that people watch, what they say, what's the old school? You trying to keep up with the Joneses, right? Uh your lifestyle ain't that's one thing we gotta know. We gotta realize everybody born, identically to themselves. Nothing is the same. Nothing is the same. Even with twins, nothing is the same. Even when you have identical twins, nothing is the same about them. They may look the same way, but truthfully, they heartbeat on different paths. You know what I'm saying? We as a society got to stop allowing these social medias to let to judge us to tell us what we think or force us or encourage us or entice us to live the way somebody else does. We got to stop that shit, y'all. What y'all think about this, man? Like, that shit's crazy to me. You know what I mean?
Keeping up with the Joneses does nothing but put you into a stereotype. It puts you into a list, a box, a category, however you want to look at
Mm-hmm.
it, amongst other people. So, what's the best way to not be the statistic of other people? Turn around and do the complete opposite.
I agree. I totally agree. I'm just tired of seeing people, try to follow a certain trend or, that shit don't make.
Well, like I always say, bro, this is the Me Too era. It's Me Too. Oh, that nigga a member. That nigga a member, and he popping on the gram. I want to pop on the gram too. You dig what I'm saying? So when it comes to that shit, man,
Your boy
as
Crip
long
Mac.
you so
Man,
big, you so. I'm gonna
man.
talk, big bro. I'm gonna talk to you about, you know what I'm saying, after the show. I'm a big bro. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna rap after the show, man.
Hey, didn't he say he pled guilty to federal charges, man? I think he might be gone for a little time.
A hundred and 80 months.
Yeah.
He gonna be
That's
going
Ooh,
180 months.
hey man, listen. I'm gonna say this briefly and politically correct as I can.
Man, listen.
Hey, when you out there living that lifestyle, you accept everything that come with it, whatever that may be. Bottom line, I land my plane.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, I think, and I don't want to speak on that situation because not really. You know what I mean? Because it's politics to it, but I will say this. You know,
Is it really politics to it when it's put all over the internet?
that brother didn't have the right people around him. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I mean, towards the end, yeah, but you got to think. That dude had a good heart. He was out here helping feeding communities and feeding the homeless and giving back. You know, why you the one carrying the strap? If you in that kind of situation or environment, I get it. You want to protect yourself, but that's what you got niggas around you for. Same shit. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's the same shit, with Tupac Shakur. There's no way you should be in here firing on a known gang member in a casino when you got 5 or 6 niggas that's like damn near 7 feet tall, 300 plus pounds around you. You know what I'm saying?
You
It just
right.
don't, it just don't make sense.
But hey, you know what though? Speaking that about Tupac, like a lot of people tend to forget and don't want to speak on that, or may be too young to remember that. But Tupac is probably the only rapper or entertainer that I know of that has shot a police officer and didn't go to jail for it.
Mm-hmm.
If and people, you can look this story up. This is not a lie. This happened in the 90s
Mm-hmm. In Atlanta.
in Atlanta. So
Facts.
uh, so when people say, "Oh, Tupac should have did this, that, and that," I agree. You at a point now where you got this money and you let them handle that. But his mentality, he always had that mentality. We saw that even before he got with them. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way like that.
He was loyal. He was loyal to the soil. You fucked with my people. You caused some issues. We got a smash on you. Had the heart of a
I,
lion. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is he was an all around nut, and
he was always with it. So when he jumped off
yeah,
like that, I don't know why people were surprised. He always been with it. Can't nobody ever say, I mean, that I know of, say he was a bitch. You know, say he seemed to be always with it. And you know, like I tell a lot of people, you don't have to be from a hood to be a gangster.
No, not at all.
Oh,
Not at all. That's real. Not at all. You can still be a G, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Uh yeah, man. We got some new shit coming up, man. Next week. Uh dropping Monday. I'm gonna bring it up. Y'all make sure y'all tune in and go catch that. That will be dropping on Monday, man. The first episode of HP Prank Calls. Me and Big LA is also dropping.
how to prank a preacher.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We had our prank our blood clot preacher.
You know, me and Big LA is also coming out with a new series here on the same channel
Wednesday, you dig what I'm saying?
Wednesday. You know, we will be dropping that. Uh
Be on
Sunday, man.
I-10 West. Come fuck with it.
Yeah. Sunday, you know, we are trying to put together a joint episode with the late hour show on some comedy shit. Uh our Street Draft Media brethren, Yogi Loco, uh Big LA, 100P, you know, the squad, the family. Um, we trying to get
Come
that
put
crack,
on with us.
trying to get that cracking.
Guarantee it's gonna be a movie.
So if you know any comedians out there, man, you want to grace the show with some of your talents, free for all, 15-minute segment, 30-minute, however long you want to carry it. You know, tap in with one of us, hit the inbox. Any one of us, we'll set that up for you. I know we ain't at that hour mark, but I might
I
be
got
going
hey,
to.
I got something I want to ask you when you get done.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We free. We free for all. Shoot.
Well, it's more like a question to a comment that was said to me earlier from somebody. You know, we all listen to the neighborhood drug addict.
Mm.
You know,
Oh
but
shit.
it's something crazy that this person said was like, you know, he said, yeah, it's crazy how women talk that shit, how they smarter than us. And I said, what are you talking about? Oh man, I'm just going in. He said, but you know what's so crazy, man? How many of you young brothers paid attention to the fact that now the ones of y'all that's married, and I bet you some of them women around here don't even realize that. Most of the girls y'all went to school with, y'all ain't, I bet you y'all not married to no girl y'all went to school with.
No. I mean, that for me, no. That is not true for me.
Me neither.
Probably and probably,
Me either.
you know, 100 other niggas that I know too. You know
But
what I'm saying?
and I say that to say this. Where was the disconnect at in the hood? Because a lot of us grew up around a lot of women, a lot of girls who are women now, you know, but a lot of us grew up around them, and none of them, some of them we see today, are not married.
I mean,
Was 304 and then bop it. You know what I'm saying?
this just a political theory, right?
Hey,
So some of the women that we grew up with probably chose to go to like other neighborhoods outside of our neighborhood to go fuck with niggas. And same thing for the niggas too, right?
Yeah,
Niggas used to go to motherfucking, you know, Long Beach or Westchester or Inglewood or wherever it was back in the day to go holla at some females. Movies, these things, whatever, right? They did the same thing. Now, you ask where's the disconnect? I feel like that shit happened because they seen, just like we seen, the real motherfucker that we grew up with, you know. Uh
but
and so
don't you want to get to know the real motherfucker? Ain't that the whole thing? The point?
no, well, see, when you go outside of your community, you just a representation of yourself compared to a motherfucker you grew up with, you know. You see what I'm saying? I think that's where the difference is. When they go somewhere else, they get dressed up. They put on them big ass bamboo earrings and the Bath and Body Works smell good and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Uh,
how many women we know that went outside of the area from back in the days and dated guys, got pregnant with, and it worked.
I can't say I know too many either.
See what I'm saying? And I say that to say this, like, just think about some of the women you may know in your own circle of friends or whatever, people we may have grew up with. Like,
Mhm.
damn, some of the women that we grew up with ain't married to this day, ain't never been married. Some of them ain't gonna get married, but some of us some been married and some are married still and plan on getting married. It's like,
Yeah.
why is it that these girls who grew up around these boys didn't look at them, but these boys they didn't look at who are men now marrying women from other neighborhoods and having great families?
It's a good question, P. That's a fucking mystery, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't call it on that one, dog. Cause now it makes me wonder, like, you gonna have me sitting here thinking of this shit like for a couple of days now. Like, nigga, how come? You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Like
I
for real.
believe, I believe, I believe it's because we all went to school together. We all grew up together, so we know how we are. We know each other, and it's almost like too close to home type shit. So yeah, I'm gonna venture outside my jurisdiction and go find me something else. Nigga, I
Yeah.
grew up with you, nigga. I done took phase. I done took phase for you, nigga. Nigga, you like my sister, like my brother, my whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I see why motherfuckers go outside their jurisdiction. The ones that don't go outside their jurisdiction, they're able to look past that shit. Not everybody able to look past some shit. Or
This
a
is
couple of
true.
experiences you had, or a couple of experiences that was had that we don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It be like that.
some was taught that don't, you see that in the hoods growing up back in the 80s, 90s. You hear the mom, don't be messing with that little nappy headed nigga next door. You gonna get you a rich man, blah blah blah. They used to hear that back in the day.
You want to know why? Because they mama fucked with the little nappy head nigga next door back in the day. That's
Yeah.
why she say that, because the little nappy head nigga now ain't nothing but the son of the nappy head nigga she used to fuck with.
Well, see, the kids got a little more sense nowadays. They ain't listening to the mom that ain't never had shit tell them they gonna have a lot. They like, well, what happened to you now? Back in the day, a lot of people didn't know no better. They listen to their parents. Like, trust me, like we said this before. How many parents, especially a lot of ladies back in the 80s, 90s, have lied to their daughters? Talking about, you're gonna get that man that's gonna take you away, whisk you away, give you the wedding of your dreams, and love you and do all this. And like, but you've been staying in the PJs your whole life.
What? How you gonna say what she gonna get that's gonna pull us out the hood?
God
But it
damn.
happens.
Nigga P.
Hey man, he ain't lying, man. This nigga ain't lying, man.
So he was staying in the projects the whole motherfucking life, smoking Benson and hedges, and you trying to tell me
Fucking Benson
motherfucking
Hedges.
a knight in shining armor finna come through and swoop me off my goddamn feet? Hell
Hey,
no.
hey, what'd you say? We was in the store at the same time. Both of our parents gave us both notes to get a guy to put that single cigarette in that bag for, like say,
Better,
don't
you better
act like
believe
you better. Shit.
believe it. Shit, nigga. I used to get them notes, nigga, to walk down to the motherfucking store, nigga. Quan's Market, nigga.
Quans, man, shit.
Or Epps. Either one. You know what I mean? Epps was a little bit further down Normandy, so Quan's was right there at the light before it got burned down in the motherfucking riots. But yeah, I went up there with a few notes.
Man, I'm telling you, it wasn't nothing back in the day, man. Stuff was cheaper. It was more family oriented. People knew you in the community. They know you wasn't no kid finna go
Yeah.
smoke a cigarette.
Yeah,
They
real,
knew, they knew that granny. Oh, you take your grandmother. Your grandma don't get it. Me and you gonna have problem.
yeah, real shit. Real shit.
Facts.
Real shit.
I'm talking about back then. They knew the bus driver. They knew the city bus driver. They knew motherfucker at the gas station. Motherfucker up the street. Like
Man, they knew all that shit, man. And that's the thing we need to get back to. Like I said this on the last show, the ending of the last show. I want to really elaborate what I meant on it when I was talking about like sort of what you just said, man. Like how stuff was more like we knew everybody. That's why I say like even nowadays we still go to some of the same spots that we all been going to, but don't nobody working there that look like us, and we spend our money there all the time.
Well,
You know,
shit.
that's why I say like a lot of stuff won't happen until we demand. So it's nothing wrong with going into an establishment and asking the manager questions like, you know, your revenue income here is from 70% black or brown. Period. So why is it just only one demographic of people working in here? You know?
Yeah. No, I agree, bro. Shit. It's some of the shit that I experienced as a kid nowadays would be considered like fucking. My mama would have probably got CPS called on her, nigga. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
nigga?
Shit. That's all our
Nigga,
moms. Shit.
I'm talking about like nigga. I didn't have no babysitter. I
Yeah.
was the babysitter, nigga.
The
You
park
knew,
was the babysitter.
you know what I'm saying. You knew
Yeah.
what you could touch in the house, and you know what you could touch. You dig what I'm saying? Uh, and I mean this like nigga 9 o'clock. Mom's working late, nigga 10 o'clock, nigga. I'm watching myself. I'm making my own food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type shit. Nowadays, that shit wow. You'll never see that again, bro. We the last of the dinosaurs. I say that, faithfully every time. We the last of the dinosaurs. Real
And
shit.
I agree. I said that before too. It's gonna be left up to us millennials to try to make something happen.
Facts, man. Facts.
Like that's real talk, man. But like I say, man, like for people not to get confused, like when they hear people who are of color of black, like me personally, somebody asked me earlier, "What are you? You don't look black." I said, "What kind of shit is that?" You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I'm like,
what did they mean by that though? That's my concern. What they say, you trying to look like you Jamaican or something?
no,
Like
but I said, what do you? He said, no, man, no, man, like you don't look black. And we chopped it up, and I broke it down to him. I said, like, yeah, you see a lot of people here who got dark skin like me or brown skin like me, but I mean, not everybody who identifies black is black. That's just what we identify as. I said, I have dual heritage on my side, Canadian, Native American. You know what I'm saying? So I
right,
said, maybe that's what answers your question right there. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So he was like, "Oh man, yeah." And then the way you speak, you don't talk like a regular black. I said, "Well," I started to say, "Well, what the fuck is that's supposed to mean?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
That could have been considered like a fucking like you know what I mean? Like, oh nigga, just because I talk sophisticated or you know what I mean? He wanted you to
That
talk
could
like
have been considered disrespect.
yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, motherfucker, what's up, my nigga? Wooty
yeah.
woo wah wah. He wanted you to talk. He was expecting for you to speak like that.
And that's what he said. He clarified it. Like, I don't mean no harm, but where I live at, he told me he lived somewhere in Long Beach in the apartment complex is rowdy, and he said, as soon as you walk in, it's motherfucker this, motherfucker that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's exactly what he meant. I mean, stereotyp,
I don't
stereotypical,
blame him for it, but yeah, it's stereotypical as well.
stereotypical, but I mean, it's the truth. He got a point. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. Before we get up out of here, man, I got some shit to do tonight. Uh, I'm not going to the DR. I'm gonna say that. Um, I'm going to
He
the
go
BR,
practice his.
my bedroom. But anyway,
He going to practice horizontal.
you know what I'm saying?
The
Uh,
beat up room.
hey, the upper
He
room,
yeah,
the
he
boom,
going to practice horizontal.
the boom boom. Uh, yeah, man. Before we get up out of here, man, y'all know we got to give the people some news they could use. Before we do that, shout out to Milo, shout out to Taurus. They couldn't be with us tonight. Wherever them brothers may be in the world tonight when y'all watch this, man. Shout out to y'all, big bros. Uh,
Major shout out, major.
shit, 100p, man. Get the people some news they can use this week, brother.
I mean, hey man, prepare if you ain't already prepared. And some people say, what do I gotta prepare for? I don't know. Whatever's going on in your neck of the woods, your area, and your spiritual realm, prepare if you ain't prepared already. So, like I say, hey, don't get caught slipping. Be respectful. You know what I'm saying? What you put into the universe gonna put back into you. Like I say, let's stop focusing on the phone so much, people. You know what I'm saying? Even myself. Let's stop focusing on the phone so much. Let's focus on reality. You know.
Yeah. Read a book, something like that. Shit. Big LA, man. Get the people some news they can use, man, and take us home, my brother.
One for sure, two for certain. There is a parallel to your parallel.
Mm.
Watch the energy you put out. You can fuck up one of your other parallels. And when the energy come back to you, it's gonna damage your current parallel.
Mm. That's real.
And meantime, in between time with that being said, bro, man, please shoot us up out this motherfucker.
Listen, I want y'all to have a good week. You know, enjoy the weekend, be safe, don't drink and drive. Spend time with your loved ones. Pick up a book, read a book, put the phone down, pick up a book. You know, they say the smartest way that you can trick a motherfucker is by or putting something over a motherfucker is by putting it in a book. Because most of us won't read it. That's the realest shit I've ever heard. Um, y'all make sure to be looking out for that episode Monday, man. HP prank calls. The following Monday, part 2. Every Monday, man. HP prank calls. Every Wednesday, I-10 West podcast. Big LA, Roosevelt. Y'all be sure to make sure y'all check out the homie podcast tonight, man. The Late Hour Show podcast with Yogi Loco, AK, and Big LA. I think they started 10:30. Street Drive Media family. Um, Nothing enough to be said, man. Peace, love, and hair grease. Y'all stay dangerous. Peace out, man. We gone. Yeah. I'm the coldest motherfuckers, nigga, you ever wanna see. Huh? Swag on high. Colder than a motherfucker. Huh? Yeah. I'm the coldest motherfuckers, nigga, you ever wanna see. Huh? Swag on high. Colder than a motherfucker. Okay, Rose is back. I told these bitch niggas once they gon' fold a snap. Tryna be a boss, nigga, pockets bulge your fat. If I could touch 7 figures, then your life will rap. Hold up, Rose about to show up. Go ahead and pull up. Y'all niggas need to slow up. Yeah. Okay. Status quo when they checking in. Book a Rose too, nigga, let the games begin. Circle small, don't fuck with no extra friends. So I won't lose out on no extra ends. And it's knowledge over everything, bless the king. Yes. Yeah, I'm the king on the throne, never spread it thin. Yes. Yeah, I'm the coldest motherfucker when it's blessing them. And I be getting my dick sucked at the western end. Oh shit. I'm the coldest motherfuckers, nigga, you ever wanna see.